Rachel Maddow melted down on live TV. MSNBC's Queen of Panic just did the unthinkable. Rachel Maddow had a full-on live breakdown, rambling about death camps, dictatorships, and Donald Trump being the second coming of Hitler, all while most Americans are just trying to get through their day. That's not journalism. That's a cry for help. Before we get it going, you know what I need you to do, people. Like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next drop. Let's roll it.
Hurry up.
And it is now an undeniable thing. We have crossed a line. We are in a place we did not want to be, but we are there. The thing we were all warning about for the last few years is not coming, it is here. We are in it. This is what it likes, it turns out. This is what it's like, right? It's August, it's a Monday, every day the sun rises and the sun sets, and there are, sports and movies, and there are new hit songs, there are scandals here and there are crimes. There's everybody's personal quotient of family drama and health worries and money worries and falling in and out of love and in and out of faith. Life has not stopped, and none of our personal lives have stopped. But also, at the same time, life in the United States is profoundly changing, is profoundly different than it was even 6 months ago. Because we do now live in a country that has an authoritarian leader in charge.
This is Maddow's version of The Sky is Falling. She's not reporting. She's grieving the fact that no one cares anymore. People are living normal lives. They're going to work, they're grilling out, they're watching sports, they're gossiping. They're not marching in lockstep with Maddow's emotional panic attacks. She needs fear to stay relevant, but Americans are moving on. And that terrifies her more than any dictator fantasy ever could. And it gets wilder from here.
We have a consolidating dictatorship in our country. And it sounds melodramatic to say it, I know. But just go with that for a minute, right? Think in melodramatic terms. Think in cinematic terms. Imagine the cartoon-level caricature of what you think a dictatorship looks like.
So now she's coaching the audience on how to imagine tyranny. Think like a cartoon, she says, because what she's describing doesn't exist. You have to make it up. Reality's not scary enough for MSNBC's narrative, so she needs her viewers to play make-believe. But Americans aren't buying it anymore. She's not warning us about dictatorship. She's begging us to imagine one. And here comes the infamous Alligator Alcatraz moment.
Right, in that kind of a cartoon caricature of an authoritarian country, the one you might have imagined in melodramatic and cinematic terms ever before we got here, you would expect, right, that you'd have a scapegoated minority group blamed for all things. In our case, immigrants. Right? And the new extraordinary powers and shows of force by the secret police, among other things, all these extraordinary powers and shows of force will be framed as necessary to stop this terrible internal enemy. Right? Frame everything as immigration enforcement. Because for immigration enforcement, not only is all force justified, but maximum force is preferred. And they're trying to make it into a national entertainment to threaten to feed immigrants to alligators in South Florida. Right? They're making them eat off dishes on the floor like they're dogs.
You heard that right. Rachel Maddow is now pitching Disney villain-level drama. Alligators, floor food, abuse camps. But pull up that photo she shows. There's a basketball court, a volleyball pit, people outside in the sun chilling. This isn't a goulash. It's more like Club Fed. And let's not forget, her entire claim is based on a headline that says, "Report alleges." That's not proof. That's a narrative scaffolding built on sand. But the emotional spiral doesn't stop there.
We are not heading towards something like this. We are there. It is here. It is the environment in which we are now living. And so, given that you now live in a country with an authoritarian leader, the question is, what can you do for your country? The question is no longer how to prepare for this risk or how to try to avert it, but rather how to fight it now that it is here and in effect. And, you know, we're awake now. It's clear. We're all living here. It's very obvious that this is not going to get better on its own. What else do you think of when you think of authoritarian countries? I mean, in the worst case, you think of death camps. We don't have those.
That's not analysis. That's delusion. Maddow declares we're under authoritarian rule while getting paid millions to say it on national TV. She wants America to fall just so she can say she was right. If things are good, Maddow loses her power. If Trump's not a tyrant, she's just another failed prophet screaming on the mountaintops that nobody's climbing. Still not convinced she's off her rocker? Roll the next one.
My question is fiscal. With $450 million FEMA dollars being reallocated to open Alligator Alcatraz and $600 million taxpayer FEMA dollars being used to now open more concentration camps and ICE burning through $8.4 million a day to illegally detain people, how much does it cost for fascism? How much do the taxpayers have to pay for a fascist country?
That was in Nebraska tonight at a town hall held by Republican Congressman Mike Flood, him hearing from his constituents tonight. We have total clarity now on what Trump's intentions are for the country. But I mean it when I say we. The country gets it and is more against it than they've ever been.
This is Rachel Maddow's audience in real life, screaming, rambling, confused, and weaponizing words they can't even define. To them, enforcing immigration law is fascism. A detention center is a death camp. A woman is whatever you say it is. This is exactly what happens when you swap truth for feelings. They're not thinking clearly. They're reciting cable news scripts like it's the gospel. Let's bring it on home. The bottom line is fear is all they have left. Rachel Maddow isn't trying to inform you. She's trying to scare you because fear is all she has left. She tells Americans they're living under authoritarian rule while they're enjoying cookouts and promotions. She's so desperate for Trump to fail, she'll create fictional dictatorships and then cry on the air about it. But Americans see through it. They see their 401ks up, gas prices down, energy booming, and trade deals flying. And the only people melting down are Rachel Maddow and her loyal panic brigade. Let's drop a few questions for you and the audience. Do you think Rachel Maddow believes what she's saying, or is this all performance? Why is the liberal media still pushing the Trump equals Hitler story when no one sees it on the ground? Are you seeing authoritarianism or just cable news fear-mongering? Why do you think so many Americans have tuned out MSNBC completely? And what's the biggest difference between what Maddow says and what you actually see around you? Thanks for watching, people. Come on now. You know what I need you to do. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next drop, and share it with someone who's finally unplugged from Rachel Maddow's matrix. Thanks again, people. Much love. God bless.
Listen.